I rubbed my eyes. She's wearing glasses, though. Rubbed my eyes and attempted to focus on the coffee in front of me. She had recommended me this one. I still did not understand why this tea house is called Purple Pavilion. I was thinking about something not important when I looked out of the window. Clouds are banking up in the sky. I'm back! Gia came back with a slight flush on her face. Welcome back! Hee-haw-wee-wee-wah. She smiled and straightened her skirt. She sat at the opposite side like an old friend. The waiter brought Gia a cup of fragrant Osmanthus tea without any communication. Sweet Osmanthus taste filled the air. It was the first time I saw other people on that day. This is the original flavor. I remembered that the tea she gave me also had sweet Osmanthus. Did she learn how to make it from here? It smells good. Of course, it's made by the shopkeeper. The waiter beside us smiled. Gia must be a regular in this tea house. Do you want it? Okay. I turned my cup to her as she gave her tea to me. I took a sip of the tea. It was milder than the one Gia gave me earlier, but more refreshing. Gia also picked up my cup and took a sip. It's so bitter. What? The coffee tastes bitter? It was iced latte. Don't you usually have coffee? Of course coffee didn't fit her age. No, I've never had it. It tastes strange. But why you recommended it to me? Sometimes tea tastes more better than coffee, right? Yes, but it doesn't bother if it comes with sweet osmanthus and sugar. No wonder her tea was so sweet. We add them in coffee, will it have a better taste? It will have more strange taste, maybe. Trade me back, I prefer my sweet tea. I smiled and we exchanged our cups. Gia took a slug of her tea. Slug? Swig, maybe? Tea is much better for me. I asked for a refill and Gia asked for more sugar for her tea. We shared no words for a while, just sipped our drinks silently. Then there came the sound of rain. I looked out of the window as rain... Ooh, there it is. The sound of rain. I looked out of the window as raindrops pelted the glass. Oh. Then there was a crash of thunder. I'm scared, guys. You scared? Yes. The thunder continued as the rain had become much more heavy. It's so heavy. Yes, but it won't last long. That's the rain of summer. It comes and goes quickly. Clouds had now hidden the sun, and the tea house became darker. It relieved my bad mind. I don't know. Ah, come with me, sis. What? Where are we going? A wonderful place. But it's raining heavily outside. I know, but it's a wonderful place because of the rain. Okay, but wait, I need to finish my coffee. Come on, it's in this tea house. Just come with me. We passed through the hallway. I saw a glass door with light coming through it. Was this the way outside? It's here! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Well, there's always surprises with you. 4 high walls turn the yard to an isolated world. It was not very large, but well arranged. The rain was coming down in sheets. Flowers looked crisp and beautiful, being cleansed by the rain. Behind the walls, mountains were folded in mist. It looked like a fairyland. Oh! Jumping through the forest! Rainwater ran out and in a small trough alongside the wall. Looked like a stream in the mountains, a beauty which can only appear when it rains. Such a fairyland. Right? Come sit here. There was a bench near the entrance. Seemed as if it was specifically for people to enjoy this wonderful scenery. That one right there. The bench was very clean. Maybe it was under the care of the shopkeeper. Oh. Oh, hey, Gia. Oh. Hua Gia, you are here. Yes, we are watching the rain. Huh? On the face? I brought her here. Am I anything worth showing off? I thought looking at that man. He was in casual dressing and had a magazine in his hand. I don't see a magazine. Was he also a customer? He is familiar with Gia. Perhaps he works here? What do you think about this little world? The man spoke before I could answer. It is so beautiful that I can't describe. The man would be pleased to hear your words. Who? The man. The architect who designed this tea house. He must be a great designer, right? The man smiled intently. Well, what should I say? Someone wanted to finish one or two masterpieces like this tea house in all life. What do you mean? The architect spent most of his time designing buildings for other people. He loved his work. He was so serious and diligent. Is it you? You're talking yourself up big time, bro. However, most of these constructions were different from his expectation. Why? A perfect design requires a lot more time and money, but people in this country prefer efficiency rather than perfection. That's the way things are. So the architect's life was filled with regret. He could never complete his true work. He was disturbed and confused by this situation. Well, is this tea house his perfect design? The man shook his head. Not really. Perfect things never exist in our world, especially design. However, this is the work he consumed all of his best effort. There's something special here which cannot be seen in his other works. What is that? Man had a grin. It's love! Ah, cheesy. Love? I couldn't understand his words. Again and again, every time you say this word. It's true, anyway, please enjoy yourself here. I'm at your service if you need a refill. So he does work here. The man nodded his head. Oh yes, there's a message from the architect on that flagstone. Take a look if you wish, it's interesting. With a second nod, he entered the tea house. I can't believe he's the shopkeeper. This place is full of surprises. That's the reason why I like it, especially on a rainy day. Like being embraced makes me feel reassurance. Sis, I have to ask you, do you need some troubles? Do you have troubles? Whatever. Gia found it out. There was no need to hide the secret. Troubles? Well, I'd say it is common, but really hard for me. My father passed away recently. I'm sorry to hear that. Gia clutched my hands with no words. From the start of his serious illness until he died, I did not cry even once. What a hoe. I don't know why. My relatives said I had grown up, but I knew I was wrong. I know I was very sad about it, but I don't know how to say. The relationship between father and me was always very strained. He was always unsatisfied with my performance. After a long Cold War for 10 years, our relationship finally got improved, but he got the illness. You don't like your father, sis? I don't know. The people who came to his funeral, who were crying or sighing, told me to be strong. However, he was practically a stranger to me. I never knew him in that way. His work, relationships, even his personality were entirely unfamiliar to me. My father's relatives and friends said he got very serious about work and was considerate to his family. He was also a good friend, a good brother who had a sense of justice. Justice! I finally got to know what kind of person my father was. I thought he was quarreling with mother every day. In truth, I didn't know him really. What was wrong, or who was wrong? Is that why you came here? Yep, I thought I might understand something here. Perhaps I just need a reassuring squeeze here. What? I'm so stupid. I don't know how I can comfort you, sister. Whoa, she's short. Do you love your father? She just said I don't know. Perhaps there is no answer. No. She shook her head. There's always an answer. Perhaps it is not the right time. So just wait one more minute like this, okay? Okay. The smell of sweet osmanthus came from Gia's body. It was pleasing. I began to relax. I was told this was like 45 minutes, and I don't know how long I've been going now. Let me check. Oh wow, I've been going almost an hour. Phew. Maybe it's about an hour then, or maybe I'm just going really slow because I'm reading everything out loud. Well, Tildy. Thank you for your comfort, Gia. I was a little embarrassed about being comforted by a younger girl. Anyway, thank you very much. The words held in my mind finally came out. I felt better now. You're welcome. The rain got lighter. It was getting late. I thought I should leave, but suddenly realized there was a message from the architect. I went to the flagstone in the corner. It's flowing time. Designer Han Yoon. I was shocked. I then rushed into the tea house. What? Is Han Yoon like your dad or something? Welcome back! How's here? Good, I had a pleasant time. Sir, could you tell me, who is the designer of this tea house? Oh, my old friend, workmate, and also your father, right? You know me already? Yes, we met several times when you were small, but you probably don't remember. I recognized you at first sight. So that's it. I am always sorry for my absence at his funeral. But I feel a bit better to see you today. Please don't mind, my father would not make trouble for others. Yes, I suppose you're alright. May I ask a question? What kind of people do you think What kind of person do you think my father was? The man seemed to be surprised with my question. He stood there and thought for a moment. Well, what should I say? He was stubborn and inflexible, downright boorish at times. He was not good at speaking and hard to get on well with others. That's pretty accurate. Well, it did require some skills to talk with him. It's quite amazing I got along with him so well. Yes. However, he was always ready to help you. Together with him, you could realize your shortcomings. Ah, I got it. Of course, the most important thing, something we all know, he cares for you deeply. Dot. 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 Is that the same from your mind? Yeah, it's the same. After the thunderstorm, the air became cool and fresh. The shopkeeper led us to the gate. Come back at any time. This tea house is designed for you in some way. Why are you winking constantly? It's a bit off-putting, bruh. He hoped to come with you when you grew up. Your father used to have picnics here when you were a child, right? Yeah, it would be nice to talk to my father again. He would be pleased to hear that. Gia, please see her off. Okay, let's go, sis. Wait. Hey, I mean, yeah. I guess to the tea house one more time. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're always welcome here. Trees in the forest were still wet after raining. Everything looked fresh. The path became a little muddy and hard to walk on. However, this situation was an enjoyment for me. It was time to go home. Even though we just spent less than a day together, I felt that I don't want to say goodbye to Gia. Hua Jia held her skirt and led the way. Sometimes she would turn back and wave to me. I followed her slowly. It's a little late. I know, but I didn't move faster. As we almost passed the dry pond, I really didn't want to leave. Sister, Gia appeared to have something to say. Maybe this is a strange request, but shall we go back to the pond? Why? Nothing there. Idiot. It's difficult to say, but, just... Hey! What's up? Gia suddenly took my hands and dragged me forward. Come with me. How beautiful. After the woods, we suddenly saw an autumnal lotus pond. It was obviously lifeless, but hours later it had a very beautiful scenery there, just the one in my memory. Am I daydreaming? The water was clear. Lotus blossoms, camellias colored the trees, and the stone bridge was leading over the pond. Unbelievable. It was... Perhaps it's a gift from the mountain god. What is God's gift? What is this story even turning into? Yes! Really? After your words, I almost believe that. Come on, sister! What? Wait! Gia ran to the shore and left her finger and put her fingers in the water. It's so clear! Ha! I mean, hui! Then Gia took off her shoes, jumped in the water, and a spray rose up. What? Wait! Bien though. Don't worry, it's not deep and so comfortable. The water was knee-deep. Gia held her skirt in a circle. No, her knees are a bit higher than that. Ah! What's up? Gia slipped. She was sitting in the water. Epic fail. Look, your skirt is all wet. I'll get a scolding when I get back home. Whatever. Whatever. She began to disrobe. After a minute, she stood in water with only underwear. Wait, if someone comes, don't worry, no one will come here. This place only belongs to you and me today. What? Come on! Gia began splashing water on me. Hey, stop! Are you a child? Yes, I am. I was infected by Jia's enthusiasm. I took off my shoes and tried to walk into the pond.
Wow.
Ah! The pond wasn't that deep, really. The bottom was covered with lots of colorful stones, which looked positive.